Good afternoon. I thought I would make a follow-up video to the one from last weekend. You know that we got a flat tire at Rum River State Forest and had to deal with that. So we drive a Subaru, which is all-wheel drive all the time. And when you put on the spare, the car doesn't like that. And so we put on the spare and we got a flashing light for all-wheel drive telling us, hey, something's wrong. And of course we don't carry the owner's manual. That was at home. So we pulled off, got on a frontage road, and we're searching for an online version of the manual and couldn't find one. And we looked at some YouTube videos. And of course we're out in the middle of nowhere, so cell reception wasn't super good. Things were a little slow. And we found somebody who told us that we needed to put in a fuse, but we couldn't find out where the fuse box was. So we contacted our son, and he looked stuff up online and told us he knew which page to go to in the owner's manual. So we talked him through finding that in our home. And so I thought I would just share with you how to go about changing from all-wheel drive to front-wheel drive. And it's really simple, and maybe help somebody else out, because we certainly needed a video about this. The one thing to note with the Subaru is if you get a flat in the front, you need to take off the rear tire, put the spare on the rear, and put the rear tire on the front. That you always have to have real tires on the front of your car, and the spare can only go on one of the back two wheels. So let's take a look under the hood.
Okay, so here we are inside the engine compartment. We're on the driver's side, and what is that piece?
This is the shock absorber tower.
So the shock absorber tower right in front of the steering wheel, and there's this black box in front of that. That's where the fuses are. So if you want to open that up.
Gonna press those clips in.
Okay, press the clips in and lift off the plastic cover, and you can see that there's all kinds of fuses and relays in here. And the white piece, you point to the white piece is a clip to help you pull fuses out. You do not want to touch any of the fuses in this fuse box. So we had to figure out now what we needed to do. So in the cover, if you flip it over, they put in a map for you and extra fuses. So you can see we have some extra fuses at the top, and we have this map, and on the map in the corner it says FWD. Can you point to where that is on the corner?
So
right there. And so you just have to line that map up with your fuse box, and that's where our fuse needs to go. So we need to pull out one of these fuses that are extra, doesn't matter which one, and we need to put it into the spot here, and you need to press down and make sure that it's really making contact in there. And then when you go and start the engine now, the all-wheel drive, the AWD, will still be there, but it will no longer be flashing. So after you put on the rear tire, you got the spare off, you put the real tire on, you need to take the fuse back out, so you go switch back to all-wheel drive. So you have this white clip, and you just use that to be able to grab the fuse, pull gently straight up, well, use some muscle. And then you want to put the fuse back into the spare part of your fuse box. Put your clip back in its holder and put your cover back on. And everything should be good to go. When you start the engine now, there should be no all-wheel drive light on, and everything should be great. We bought brand new tires and are now ready for our next adventure.